So, Collargate is back, I guess? Listen, that was not on my 2026 bingo card. I thought Collargate was going to happen during October, Shocktober 7th, we'll say, and then it went on through October and November, and it kind of just became a meme, and it's still known as, like, a meme to this day, and it sort of took a dent on Hasan's career. Not enough to the point where it, like, canceled him entirely. Like, he still got an audience, but it definitely took a dent on his career for sure. It's crazy how Hasan spewed tons of anti-Semitism online and, like, advocated for terrorist propaganda, but the thing that would finally get to him was him shocking his own dog. Well, we have a sequel, allegedly. Apparently, this somehow comes back. That's as much as I've heard about it. Like, it sort of came back. Yeah, Internet Versus put out Internet Versus Collargate 2 Electric Boogaloo, and listen... You know, anytime Hasan Collargate comes up, I guess we do got to cover it. I want to eat up the slop at the end of the day.
The Collargate scandal from a few months ago has sparked up again online. This time with another clip of Hasan going viral where he is reaching off screen and then Kaya moves back to her place.
Oh no, and the cycle begins again.
Causing many of the creators spearheading the campaign last time to again react and analyze the clip, accusing him of shocking Kaya once again.
Of course, man. It's the same shit again and again and again. And listen, I remember last time, there was so much drama that happened in October. We were eating good in October. Like, we had the whole Hasan Collargate cinder. There's, like, a whole list of shit you can bring up that was, like, so... Like, we were eating good in October. It was a very, very good month for drama. I remember specifically, like, Hasan was getting very upset at the drama, and visibly so. And he would react in such a way where he literally had, like, a fucking meltdown because, like, it just wasn't going away. And then eventually Mizkif had his controversy where he got exposed and then the TwitchCon stuff happened and that sort of distracted from the Collargate thing. Even though, like, people didn't necessarily forget about it, it was still a meme. It was enough for not as many eyes to be on it because the internet moves very fast when it comes to drama. But, I don't know. I don't think that this particular Collargate is going to be as big as the first one was. I just don't see it being that way. But, you know, people that usually snark after Hasan are going to keep talking about it. So I've been, and here's the thing, right? Like, not to say that Hasan doesn't deserve criticism. Like, he definitely does. I still criticize him, and I think he is still worthy of criticism. I just have not been criticizing him as much. I actually legitimately think Asmongold is more worthy of criticism because I don't think Asmongold is a good person whatsoever. Asmongold makes several calls to violence on his live stream. He justifies the death of people multiple times on his live stream. Asmongold horseshoe theories the fuck out of himself, and he is like an actual goldfish. He'll say one thing and contradict himself the next moment. He has no actual moral values as a human whatsoever. He just says whatever in the moment to look good in front of his audience, and because the pendulum in politics is more dominantly in the right, I think Asmongold deserves more criticism currently, so that's why I've been criticizing Asmongold currently. But I mean, hey, listen, once again, we have another Collargate. We gotta cover it, man. And by the way, I guess I should make it known, if you have not watched any of my previous Collargate coverage online, you know, it's available on the channel. I'll leave a links to all the Collargate stuff in the description below, as many as I can find on the channel. So yeah, go check those out if you are interested in catching up to speed. Though, I imagine if you're watching this video, you guys are probably already up to speed in the Collargate stuff, but just in case.
Many online reacted surprised at the audacity of Hasan to just continue the behavior despite the recent controversy, with some in Hasan's camp pointing out that the original Collargate scandal was a failure, and that their attempt to take down Hasan fizzled out, and this is just a worse version of the first time. There's a lot to get into, so let's jump in.
Well, I think there's probably a level of truth to that. Like, it kind of does feel like, you know, Hasan shocked his dog. Like, this is nothing new. We know Hasan shocks his dog. Like, what are we going to do about it, right? Like, shock collars, at the end of the day, are legal in California. I don't agree with them. I think it's shitty to shock your dog and use a shock collar. I think it's not right. And ideally, I think it would be nice if Kaya was able to get a different owner, quite frankly, because it sounds like Hasan is very shitty to her. But at the same time, you know, unfortunately, shock collars are legal in California, and I think we should probably focus on that more than anything. But I highly doubt laws are going to get put in place for shot callers given our current administration, which doesn't seem very interested in its people rather than running a fucking fascist country. But that's neither here nor there.
Welcome to the internet versus Collargate 2 Electric Boogaloo. It starts when Gooper Gooner posts on the livestream fail subreddit this clip with the caption, Hutch believes he caught Hasan using a shock collar once again.
God, I can't believe the protesters that are protesting against settler fairs that are taking place in a synagogue are actually
you know, part of me feels like Hasan has kind of gotten over Collargate, and he's sort of just like embraced the shot color memes. Like, he even allowed Cutie Cinderella to make like a joke about it at the Streamer Awards. So part of me feels like Hasan is like doing this on purpose, like pretending he's not actually engaging with it just so he can stay relevant, because he's kind of been losing a little bit of relevance recently, especially given that a lot of the drama that he was involved in 2025 is definitely, I would hope that it's not as relevant this year, because that's literally what a majority of the drama in 2025 was. It was just like Ethan, Hasan, and then Hasan's orbiters, and that was just literally, and then iDubbbz as well on top of that, and then a bunch of Ethan Klein hit pieces. That was literally a majority of the drama in 2025, and I kind of am just like at a point where it's like, we need some new shit, man. Like, we need other shit to cover other than Ethan and Hasan. Like, listen, I don't mind covering Ethan Klein drama once a while, but, like, we need new shit. Like, the writers have to get a new script. Like, and I feel like Hasan is just, like, doing this. The point that I'm making is that he's, like, using the shot collar because he's trying to, like, maintain to any level of relevance he can have. So I feel like he's clip farming on purpose here. That's kind of my theory.
the bad ones in this.
Guys, are you shitting me? What did I just tell you about the hubris? I wasn't even kidding. I didn't. I confess I didn't suspect I would see it in this video. Maybe he's got the vibrate collar on now? I don't know. I don't know.
Well, it doesn't sound like Kaya yelped, so maybe he actually, like, has it on a vibrate setting. So, in all fairness, like, actually looking at this clip, it doesn't actually look nearly as damning as the first one. So, I think Cameron F305 brought up a very interesting point that I actually am kind of inclined to agree with. I remember watching Cameron F305's K9 unit on Hasan Parker shocking his dog. And basically, Cameron's theory is that, like, yes, he did shock the dog. However, it's possible that maybe he had the voltage setting too high, and he had it higher than he should have had it. And I feel like if Hasan literally just said that, he was like, yeah, I shocked my dog. Usually it's meant to be vibration, but I accidentally had the voltage too high and I hurt her. I apologize for it. If he had just said that and, like, stopped lying about it, he would have moved on. But the problem is that Hasan kept changing his story, and Hasan's orbiters and his community kept changing the story, and they kept lying about it over and over again. And that just caused people to dig deeper and deeper because they just weren't buying it. And so Hasan kind of fucked himself over because, like, Hasan is just, like, a known liar.
That is not even a little bit subtle. It's funny, though. It's funny because it's on the different side now. This is just purely headcanon, but you can kind of imagine, like, okay, if I just switch sides.
And the Phoenix replies with this meme of Courage the Cowardly Dog getting shocked and used to saying, "Stupid dog, you made me look bad on stream."
I paused a little early there, but I think that's so funny because, like, I grew up watching Courage the Cowardly Dog. Courage the Cowardly Dog is an important part of my middle school childhood, actually. A little bit before that, but mainly I got back into it in my middle school childhood. That's where I really understood the show. And seeing this image made my day. Whoever made this, shout out to you. I think Fats Raptor, there's the watermark in the Comic Sans font.
Foster Slager replies OP by saying, "No guys, you gotta understand. It was a Zen container, or a gate controller, or Mossad." And BA replies with this gif of Hasan pulling a dog's tail.
Yeah, to this day, no one ever addresses that clip. Literally, Hasan's orbiters and Hasan's, like, fans were, like, justifying the shocking the dog and that how Hasan wasn't abusive to his dog. And to this day, they've never addressed this clip. It's very interesting. I would say this is one of the more damning ones. You could even argue this is even more damning than him actually shocking his dog. I don't know.
And June Moonloon replies with a gif of denims in the caption, dude, you can't put ... Subtle Aesthetic says, reaches for something, clearly not a wireless mouse. Dog instantly stops and goes back to the square. How is he doing it again? And Sneedwich replies, he also raises his voice because he know it will have a similar effect to saying place.
I really am of the belief that I think Hasan is just clip farming here, because he, like, I think Hasan has gotten to a point where, like, okay, it's been a couple of months since the Collargate stuff. It's been about almost 4 months, actually, which is crazy to think about that time moved that quickly. I remember the Collargate stuff like it happened yesterday. But, like, I think Hasan has gotten to a point where time has passed. I think Hasan has let it digest in him. He obviously was very upset about it. I mean, he had a literal fucking meltdown on stream because of it, like, weeks after it happened. But I think, like I said, I think he's gotten to a point where he embraces it. Anytime someone makes fun of him for it, he kind of just, like, shrugs it off. He's like, okay, it's the same old at this point. He's kind of desensitized, and he just, like, moves on from it. I think Hasan has kind of just, like, reached that point. So, maybe he's, like, embraced it, and he's trying to clip farm just so people talk about him again so he can get more money. I don't fucking know. I mean, he's rich anyways. Like, does he, like, love the validation? Does he love the attention that badly? At this point, I wouldn't really put it past him.
And Stringy says, he even sneaks place into the sentence right after he raises his voice and shocks her. Lol. And some dude replies, I had to replay a bunch until I realized he said taking place, lol. Easter egg commands, I guess.
It's a dog whistle.
And HBKI replies, unironic dog whistles.
Oh my god. Okay, I promise you I actually did not read that on screen. Like, I was literally, like, thinking out loud. I was just focusing on the first comment, then I was like, oh my god, the second comment literally just says what I just said.
And some dude says, I just
promise I didn't read that.
Realized, did he ever explicitly say Kaya place or something of the sort before? I don't remember if it was purely started from meme after the obvious excuses he made, or if he's actually verbally done this himself. Subtle Aesthetic says, also, as a super light enjoyer, the mouse will be directly to the right of your keyboard. He reached way back. And then the dog hesitates and goes back to the square. He did it again.
Yeah, it's literally Collargate 2.0, but again, this is not going to have as much longevity as the first Collargate. I think people are bored, and also, when you really look at the clip, I don't think it's as damning because the dog didn't yelp and it didn't seem like the dog was in any pain. I still think it's a form of abuse to keep your dog as, like, a set piece and keep him in place for, like, a singular spot for, like, multiple hours on end. That is a form of abuse, so you can still criticize Hasan for it, and it's obviously not right. I don't think the way he treats Kaya is right, but I've kind of reached a point now where I'm not as worked up about it because it's like, what more workup do I have to give in this situation? So it sucks. I think it's shitty, but, you know, we're kind of just at where we're at. There's not really much we can do about it, so I'm not really going to put much energy into getting worked up about it.
And No Imagination replies,
You can't keep getting away with it!
Resident Kiwi replies to the post by saying, so he is not even pretending now. And Red Swingling replies, Kaya is not Palestinian, so his viewers don't care if anything bad happens to her. Same with 12,000 dead in Iran.
Well, I mean, Hasan does pretend to care about the Israel-Palestine conflict, but literally only cares because he can profit off of children dying in Palestine. And, I guess virtue signaling over it more than anything.
And Swordfish replies, so his viewers don't pretend to care. Fix that for you. Trabster says, even if he defends this by saying it was a vibrate and not a shock, that's still abuse. Forcing a dog to sit in one spot for 4+ hours is abuse, even if you aren't shocking it. And a Flying Nun replies, even if he...
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I would agree that, like, keeping your dog in one place... I did research on this in one of my previous Collargate videos, where if you keep a dog in one place, like, that's a form of abuse. And also, I don't know why Hasan insists on keeping Kaya in one place. Like, why not just, like, take the dog and, like, allow it to roam around the house? Like, that's what so many other streamers do with their cats and their dogs. They walk around the house, and if they want to be on stream, then they can be on stream. They go up to you, and then you pick them up.
Offenses by saying it was a vibrate and not a shock, that's still abuse. This is a needlessly generous argument I keep seeing in this thread. Stupid enough to do such an act on camera again, that he's stupid enough to use the exact same collar with no alterations made since the first story dropped. The only alteration is even back at Collargate. People believed he probably set the collar higher than usual, thus Kaya yelped like she did. The only argument you can afford him is it's probably not as high as the first time, but I don't believe for a second that that fucker went out and bought a vibration collar. Last time was of the essence and he still couldn't be asked to overnight overnight delivery or rush out to buy the vibrating version just to have a more convincing lie. Fringe Point says he now has a free pass to mistreat his dog because none of these streamers ever call him out or cut him off and will still collab with him, like Pokimane, etc.
Yeah, I mean, it's all about optics at the end of the day, and obviously, like, Hasan optically looked bad when he shocked his dog, so, like, that, like, probably hurt them optically, but I think the strategy for a lot of bigger streamers was to be like, okay, he's still a big streamer, there's still a lot of benefit we can get off of him, so we're gonna let this blow over. The meme is still gonna be attached, but eventually people are gonna forget about it and we'll move on. Obviously, Hasan was not doing himself any favors. Like, he, like, has no fucking idea how to deal with controversy whatsoever, unless it's, like, super controlled. Like, when he performatively waved a gun around on stream, threatening that one person, or when he dog whistled that Ela Klein was a valid military target by Israel, or was it Hamas or Israel? I don't fucking remember what the details were in that one, because it was so long ago. It's just, like, terminally online slop at this point.
And Southner replies, it's a shock collar and you're an idiot if you think Hasan is going to give me a call and make me say otherwise. Do getting the call and saying otherwise. And Seer Fucked My Mom replies, to be fair, Cutie may have said she won't peg him anymore unless he fixes it, because she wants to keep her podcast gig.
Maybe. It's totally possible.
They Call Me the Stug says, caring about this is the most...
Yeah, Ludwig do be a fence-sitting rat. He rides that fence and he'll go wherever is the safest opinion. Yeah, it's hard to take Ludwig so seriously anymore, especially after the whole Mango situation happened, where he encouraged Mango to get dangerously fucking drunk, and Mango was, like, sexually harassing multiple streamers, and he, like, did almost nothing to stop it, and then he knew that Mango had a problem with it, and then he proceeded to ban Mango from ever attending parties.
No life shit there is. Sitting on your phone in your room watching some guy in his room watch another guy in his room, and everyone other than the first guy is complaining about what he's doing in his room. Am I getting this right? Jesus Christ. And Doomir says, you have brain damage by any chance? Animal abuse.
He says that caring about this. I mean, I don't know, dude. You decided to go on a subreddit and comment about it and keep yourself invested in it. Like, why are you here in the subreddit to begin with, by that logic?
Is what it's called. He'd also post the LSF post on his page with the caption, LSF has removed another viral Hasan post.
Of course they would. Why wouldn't they?
Of course, by now it is back, but then he captions it, this time it's Hutch examining if Hasan used the collar on Kaya again, and Paying Panthers replies, literally nothing happens to the dog. Lamafau, talk about a reach and a half. At least the first time around it could look pretty incriminating, but like, bro, what the fuck was that? Literally nothing happens. Am I a dickhead? MF see him reach on his desk, which could literally be for anything, and automatically think it's a shock button.
I mean, it probably is like a vibrate function to some capacity, and like, not for nothing, but Hasan definitely shocked his dog in the first clip. Like, he 100% did. It's just that, like, like I said, I'm at a point now where I just, like, maybe I'm just, like, empathy fatigued from it, and I just, like, am not as worked up about it as when Collargate was in its prime. So I just, like, I've kind of just, like, stopped giving a shit about it, because, like, it's kind of, it is what it is at this point. There's nothing any of us can do to stop it, and it's not like anything is going to change about it. So, like, why bother continuing to get worked up about it?
Rich Ginter replies to Yeet by saying, I own 2 dogs and never use a shock or vibrate collar.
Yeah, I mean, I also agree that, like, I would never use a shock or a vibrate collar whatsoever on my dog, if I own dogs or pets, because I find that to be cruel. I think there are better ways to train your pets than to shock the shit out of them. That's kind of where I'm at. But, again, it's just, like, this Collargate thing, the sequel, this, like, Electric Boogaloo attempt, it's gonna run its course a lot more quicker. If Hasan actually just deals with his fucking optics better. If Hasan, like, reacts and gets so upset and, like, really, like, throws a tantrum about it on stream or whatever, then, like, obviously people are gonna keep snarking after him. But, aside from that, like, there's not really much going on here.
Voice commands work 100%, but you know, let's shock the dog instead. Most obey your socialist master. Hutch himself quotes the post by saying, Chad links me a video of Hasan talking about Hamas. I say half jokingly that people need to keep tabs on Kaya to make sure he's not still using the shock collar on her. I comment that he's arrogant to start doing it again. This happens in the fucking clip I'm reacting to. Amazing. And Dr. Don't Respect replies, you fell into his trap. He's not that stupid. And Hutch says, this is 1-for-1 identical cope you hear from a Trump enthusiast enthusiast when he does something ridiculous and or stupid. And Dr. Don't Respect says, I dislike Hasan probably more than you. Look at my timeline, lol. My point is, he is probably using a vibration only collar now. So when he gets called out again, he says he's told everyone he's been using a vibration only collar.
Well, I mean, if that's true, Hasan can prove it this time. I guess he'll have more proof of it. And like, it would be very stupid of him to use a shot collar again just to fucking get caught using a shot collar again. But I also, at the same time, as I said earlier, I wouldn't put it past him just to be relevant again. Because, like, Hasan's not really at the face of drama anymore. He's kind of just like at this point, Hasan's kind of just like a lol cow. Like, and I feel like we're reaching a point where a lot of the focus should be on, like, calling out people like Asmongold or, like, right-wingers and, like, the actual state of the world. That's kind of where the energy should be at this point. But again, you know, might as well see what this Collargate 2 thing is about. It does seem like a bit of a nothing burger. Like, not to be a dick or anything, but, like, it does seem like that this is not going to be nearly as big as the first one. I'm just like, it probably was like a vibration to some capacity. And also, like, if it was a vibration collar, that's not as bad as like actually shocking your dog, which I guess maybe lends credibility to the fact that Hasan probably had the setting too high the last time. But like, people saying that he didn't shock his dog at all are coping as fuck in the first one, because he absolutely shocked his dog the first time in the first clip. People were absolutely coping if they said otherwise.
And Hutch replies, it is unethical to use that kind of training method in that way for that purpose. Find me a reputable trainer that would co-sign using the threat of vibration or shock to stay in place absent any other kind of interacting. And Dr. Don't replies, you lost me, Hutch. Test a vibration collar on yourself. There is literally zero pain, and my trainer uses vibration to get the dog's attention, not to punish. Finally, I have a large American XL bully, and place command is very important for recall training. Over on the livestream fail subreddit, Riskany posted this clip with the caption, Asmongold finds out how many times Kaya gets to move in a Hasan Piker broadcast.
Entire media was moved into the direction
Great, I can't wait to see how Asmongold performatively reacts to this one.
Oh my god, I can't believe the protesters that are protesting against settler fairs that are taking place in a synagogue are actually the bad ones in the story, because they said we support Hamas here. I can't believe that they're supporting the Palestinian resistance. How dare they say that? That's unacceptable. Okay, on the other side, the people who are counter-protesting against the protesters were literally fucking counter-protesting.
Guys, no way! No way!
You already know that Asmongold pre-watched this on stream before he actually engaged with any of this, just so he had a good idea of what to say. Not that that's necessarily a bad thing, but like, this entire thing is obviously just like a bit that he's doing for a stream.
Hey, you're doing it again!
Flags. That's a literal fucking terrorist organization. That's a terrorist organization.
Oh my god!
A terrorist organization in the state of Israel.
Like, okay, all right, turn it down.
What is he even what is Hasan even talking about? Like, what's a terrorist organization? I mean, he had terrorist propaganda live on his fucking stream. He's like the #1 terrorist sympathizer on Twitch. So like, what? I'm so confused. What do you think is like a terrorist organization? Is he talking about the state of Israel or something?
It's truly shocking. I
complain about people.
Okay, where was it at? How long is the dog there?
Designate or ethnic boundary. I don't give a fuck about any of that stuff. Don't ever do that to me. It's the dumbest fucking argument of all time.
Oh, jeez.
Well, Kaya probably is miserable there to some capacity. And like I said, it is like a form of abuse to keep your dog in one place. But, yeah.
Isolated.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Okay,
Why is he laughing?
not happening.
No.
Like, that's not a thing.
Like, if you actually, like, Asmongold, if you're under the impression that the dog is actually getting abused, why do you find that so funny? Is it, like, because you're a nihilist and you think, oh my god, everything is, like, fucked up and everything, and I'm just laughing at, like, somebody else's suffering or alleged suffering?
Oh, not again.
And that's not the point of sanctions anyway.
Are you kidding me?
Sanctions.
Are you kidding me?
Okay.
You obviously pre-watched this.
Look at it.
Oh yeah, we'll do
Look at it.
on Iran. We'll do sanctions.
Oh,
This is the
man.
most peaceful way to operate. Just, God, I fucking.
You're drowning in your
Jeez.
own fake narrative.
Oh, God.
If you
It's
think
still
that,
there.
The people of Iran support the MEK terror organization or the monarchists that your
No
government
way.
fund and support.
This is 2
I
hours
think,
later.
You really know.
3 hours later.
What do you mean by that? we will take very strong action.
I just refuse to believe that Asmongold is like actually surprised or even like remotely outraged at this or even like finds it funny. Like any emotion that he gives to this, like whatever the case is, I refuse to believe Asmongold is like being authentic about it.
If they do such a thing, we will take very strong action.
And this strong
Oh my God.
The end game is to win. I like winning.
How do you define that in a
And you're just sitting there. You're on your phone. You're not even reacting. You're just sitting there on your phone.
I mean, I guess.
There's no way that it's been 5 hours that the dog is there, right?
Being primed by Mossad and the Asman already preemptively said he might do less politics because people lie too much. When that happens, he'll do the lines a few days after. This is the average Roach fan. Jesus Christ.
She didn't escape. She's over there. She's sitting right down there.
I love how Asmongold just like doesn't even address that criticism. He like says, "Oh wait, someone mentioned me." Like he didn't even like bother to like address Hasan's point there. He's just like more focused on like Kaya. He just didn't give a shit.
Okay, so she did move. She moved at least once, okay? Okay, so she got up twice? Man.
And Ragamuffin replies, as a dog owner of 3, this just makes me sad. Poor doggo basically has to stay in a 2x2 area or get punished. And I see Roadkill says, Hasan asserts full control over the open-air prison known as the Kaya Strip. Hashtag free Kaya. A506.
Oh my god, not the Kaya Strip. And there's like a literal photo you can see that somebody put here of like the state of Israel that Hasan is in. And there's like a zone in the state of Israel, and then Palestine is like the Gaza Strip or the Kaya Strip or whatever.
Asserts full control over the open-air prison known as the Kaya Strip. Hashtag free Kaya.
Never change, internet. Never change.
A506-632-14 replies, dog is a prop for him. End of story. And What Is Toothpaste says, yeah, I mean, if you analyze Hasan and look at his actions, they mostly come down to him being obsessed with his image and how he is viewed and thought of. The guy is a narcissist, textbook. You had the weird Superman thing he said, which alone wouldn't be anything, but in the long list of things he has done, it's like, yeah, okay, this guy's full of himself. The articles he begs to be written on him and the pictures that go along with him.
I'm pretty sure he like pays all those like news outlets to write fluff pieces for him anyways. And then you have Taylor Lorenz, who calls herself a journalist, but she's about as much of a journalist as Legal Mindset is a lawyer. And Taylor Lorenz is like very, very obsessed with Hasan. It's actually extremely concerning how obsessed she is with Hasan. Like, I legitimately think Taylor Lorenz has like sexual fantasies of Hasan like pretty much every night or something, or almost on a daily basis. That's how much I think she's obsessed with him. It's actually like kind of concerning.
Saying something, and then when called out on it, it turns it around and makes it seem like you're the one who did the wrong thing. I feel bad for anyone who'd be in a relationship with this guy, because he's super manipulative. He isn't smart, but people don't think well when in regards to their significant other. Ty Hoax replies to the clip by saying, these Asman bots are getting out of hand. And Count Bryken says, oh no, is someone attacking your favorite dog abuser? I'm sorry. And Doodle Diego replies, report him for abusing his dog to the proper authorities. We'll see how your evidence holds up. And DJ Flexboy says, we don't need this loser's reaction. Besides, shouldn't he be doing something more important like sucking off Trump or advocating for murdering women?
Yeah, pretty much. Oh, I loved how this guy criticized Asmongold and he got like 21 like negative votes or down votes because like anytime you say anything remotely critical about Asmongold, like I am legitimately convinced that Asmongold fans are more insane than Hasan fans. Every time I criticize him on like a YouTube Shorts, like there are so many fucking cockroach fans that come into the comments section and will make up some weird copium excuse for their favorite content creator, and then they'll like resort to calling me slurs. I've had multiple Asmongold fans call me slurs in the comments section every time I've said something mean about him. I am legitimately convinced that Asmongold fans are more batshit insane than Hasan fans at this point. I'm not even kidding. Like, they are... Asmongold's fans are super terminally online far-right people. Like, Asmongold's not even, like, a centrist. Like, he is the insane right. Especially with some of the more insane takes he has. Although Asmongold claims that he's going to quit politics, but I highly doubt it. It makes him too much money. So he'll probably take, like, a break from it, but he'll be back maybe, like, later or something. I don't know.
And Trapper Clapper says, just gonna ignore the blatant animal abuse. Cool, cool, cool. And DJ Flexby replies, no, I just don't care what this contemptible subhuman's opinion on it is.
And honestly, that's totally fair enough. And like, listen, I mean, there is like a form of animal abuse happening and that's shitty, but like, I just like, I don't know, man. Like, it's shitty what's happening, but like, what are we supposed to do about it? Like, what, like, yeah, the take is that it's bad. Like, I'm sorry. Like, okay, there's your take, I guess. Yeah, Hasan being bad to Kaya, not good. Don't do that. I just, like, I don't know, man. Like, I'm not really... Like, I'm just, like, trying to think of, like, what are productive ways we could talk about it or, like, engage in a solution to it without saying the same shit we've been saying. Like, I feel like at this point, like, with the whole Collargate stuff, like, I feel like I'm just, like, I sound like a broken record. I'm just, like, saying the same thing over and over again.
Otherwise, Hughes replies to the clip by saying, "Bro is ghoulishly happy that the dog is being zapped, if that's the case. Skipping randomly around the VOD and making giggly O faces like he did when Renee Good Murderer's phone cam got released. Dude is a zombie at this point. Nobody actually wants to help Kaya. They just want the meme to continue to dunk on Hasan."
There's probably a level of truth to that.
In the bottom he replies, "Which is exactly why this sub is not unbiased source in this matter, because that is their primary and only goal. It's so sad being so addicted and susceptible to Hasan rage charming that they'll lurk and wait on the sub only to comment and circle jerk on any/every Hasan thread. It's so obvious at this point to anyone outside the sub."
I mean, like, I still think that, like, Hasan is, like, a shit person, but, like, again, my main focus of criticism has been Asmongold lately, just because Asmongold's not a good person. And also, another thing is, like, I feel like if we just keep going after Hasan, it's just gonna, like, feed into, like, the infighting, and the last thing we need, especially under this, like, dog shit administration that we live in, and this, like, fucking fascist country that we live in at this point, because definitionally, like, Trump is more and more of a dictator, and now he's, like, trying to take over Greenland, and we're closer to war now than we've ever been before. The last thing we need is some dog shit infighting with some big streamer who at this point is just a lolcow.
Ethan Klein also posts on his Instagram story the clip of Hutch reacting that we looked at earlier and captions it by saying, "From today, Hasan is shocked his dog again on stream." And Night Kitten replies, "This conflict doesn't end with October 7th. And then Baked Bulbasaurus posts Ethan's reaction on the Leftovers H3 subreddit.
Well, now we have the Snarkers takes on it, so we'll see how that goes.
Where he captions it, Ethan Klein posts Hutch clip where he claims Hasan shocked Kaya again, 1:13:26.
Well, I mean, of course, Ethan is going to be, like, super petty about it. I mean, like, it's Ethan. Anytime there's, like, anything negative he can get on Hasan, Ethan's just going to be super catty. I do think Ethan, there comes a point where Ethan needs to, like, stop being so petty against Hasan. And I get that, like, Ethan is, like, the target of, like, harassment and snark communities that, like, go after him and, like, shit on him relentlessly. So I totally get that. But, like, there comes a certain point where you have to stop giving it so much energy, because at the end of the fucking day, these people are going to keep snarking on you, and if you give them that reaction, all you're doing is you're communicating to them, "Oh, this is getting to you. Oh, this is bothering you. This is pissing you off, so we're going to keep doing it. We find it funny, and we find it amusing." So that's really, like, it. Like, I think Ethan just needs to, like, focus on the podcast a little bit more and stop, like, snarking after Hasan, especially considering the fact that I really don't want to bring Hasan drama into the year 2026. Like, I just want to leave that shit in 2025. We have other shit I want to cover.
And Time Cardiologist replies, "Good God, talk about hate watching to the max. Okay, I've watched this like 4 times now. Where the fuck is the alleged shock? When Kaya sits her chonky eye down, made the huge mistake of checking LSF thinking there's no way they can be this brain dead. I was wrong. The LSF scam must be insane." August Gardner says, "Animal abuse is when you move your hands, I guess." And Guigoon replies, "They got such a high when they thought that manufactured outrage was going to work for like a week, and ever since it died off, they have never stopped desperately trying to achieve it again while also coping insanely hard. Didn't work the first time, try it again with a less convincing clip, baby. If you ever move your hand, it is dog abuse." And Podalirius replies, "I mean, that's all they had on him that last time, and we all saw how effective that was. So they're just trying to run it back." And Ishak says, "Yeah, but last time Kaya yelped. Here she's chill and just lies down. They got fuck all." Nervous Ad says, "How many 2026 Hasan stories so far?" And MBQD says, 23 out of 68. And Secret Adam replies, 68 stories in 13 days? That is pretty bleak. Isn't he supposed to be on vacation? He tweets out this.
Well, that's the idea, but I mean, he still has access to his phone, and I guess Ethan can't help himself a little bit and snark a little bit. Or I guess horseshoe theory himself into snarking a bit. Hey, y'all. I forgot to plug it in the video, which is why I'm editing this in a non-cohesive way. I am plugging my Iconismus TikTok. Been trying to grow the TikTok as much as possible, so if you guys are not already following me there, what are you doing? go follow me. The link is in the description. Or you can go on TikTok and search Iconismus_. That should be me. You can watch TikToks about how confidence could be a potential placebo when it comes to relationships, or how this MAGA woman was literally saying Zoran Mamdani is a red flag and has massive cognitive dissonance throughout the entire TikTok. There's also some kick drama that I've covered. There's also a couple of Asmongold clips. There's a lot of exclusive stuff here that I don't cover in my long-form content. So what are you waiting for? Go on TikTok, search up Iconismus_, or click the link in the description below to find my TikTok, and you guys should go follow me there. Been trying to grow the TikTok as much as possible, and yeah, that's about it.
Clip with the caption, XQC ponders if Collargate 2.0 is the setup.
Yeah, I mean, probably, yeah, I agree with this guy. Switch out the color for vibrate only one. Baits the haters with clips and reveal the color.
This has literally been my take ever since the beginning of the video. Like, I'm pretty sure Hasan is just like clip farming just to gain relevance again. That's literally been my take this entire time. That's the one that I am leaning towards the most.
It was vibrate on the whole time. But then this time, the color's a lot lighter, isn't as fat, and the port is not in the middle, and it isn't protruding from the middle part. Oh, no way, dude, that's crazy.
Little sides.
Yeah, nah, I think it probably is vibrational or whatever, right? I mean, I'm guessing Hasan cares a lot about how people see him. I mean, let's be honest. He's admitted to it before. Hasan cares a lot about his PR and the way he's seen. Most possibly, maybe, probably got the dog trained with vibration only or whatever, and now it works like that, right? Right? Maybe, perhaps?
Whoa, got him.
Because now...
Gotcha, bitch!
Why would he do that on camera then? No way he would take the risk again, right? If anything, he doesn't give a fuck. Because then if he gets caught, he can say, yeah, it's vibration and, only. And now that's now the story actually works out the way he wants to, so it's fine. You know what I mean?
You can't keep getting away with it!
And Mika replies, that can explain why Kaya didn't yelp or stiffen her body after Hasan reached for the button, but this doesn't mean that he improved as a person or gained any empathy for her. He is still forcing her in her place to be used as a prop, and only changed the collar for PR purposes. Yeet also tweets out this clip with the caption, Hasan responds to chatter bringing up Collargate 2.0.
And I'm not...
Snipe this comment, please. The usual suspects are trying to do a repeat of last October with even less convincing footage from earlier today. Please nip it in the bud, but this time debunk it quickly. Don't want a repeat of that shit again. If you do it the next day, they will just lie again. What are you talking about? What is the... I don't even know what the fuck you're
like the most well-informed critic in the world, and
obvious. Okay, see, here's the thing. Like Hasan, okay, I feel like this is even more confirmation that Hasan is like clip farming. He obviously cares. Like, he obviously fucking knows what the chatter is talking about. He's just lying here. And he's obviously gonna... I'm convinced... This is me being, like, super conspiracy brain. I'm convinced he's just lying on purpose because he knows people, like, know that the jig is up and that they know he's a liar. And so they're gonna try to keep, like... I think Hasan wants to just keep the attention on him at this point. Like, every single bit of attention that he can get is just good attention in his eyes. So, you know what? Like, whatever. Like, okay.
I make mistakes.
I'm kind of just like over this like second Collargate thing at this point. Like, it's kind of just like stupid.
Sure, but I'm not out here with...
I'm just gonna speed this up because I want to get through like the last bit of this because I know this is a bit of a short video, but it's just like kind of
no provocation whatsoever, calling artists dirty and smelly because that's just
Hutch is doing Dogtober 7 2.0. Okay, dude. Yeah.
Uncalled for and so
yes,
unnecessary.
I'm brutalizing. I'm killing Kai. That's why she's not here, because she's dead, not because she's on a walk, but because she's been killed.
And Bankster replies,
this is literally like the same like response that Hasan tried to do the last time, but again, I think this time he's doing it on purpose.
Hasan is a subhuman. Koji says, we know he's gonna crash out. Jock replies, if he was smart, he would text someone to change her collar and bring her back, but he's fucking retarded.
Whoa! That's a bad word.
Doesn't even walk his own dog. I guess when you're a rich bourgeois LARPing a socialist, you can afford to hire someone to do it. And Spev replies, it's his mom walking the dog, dumbass. Imarato says, yeah, his mommy does everything for him. He's pushing 40. Incel lifestyle, lol. Tectone tweets out, Hasan shocked his dog again live on stream today, and got exposed for being a furry. Holy shit, what a day. And Chibi Reviews replies, wait, he shocked Kaya again? And Billy Mitchell says, he's a furry? Shout out to our tier 3 members, internet representatives, Kiko, Sal, Coldus, Bandito, and Captain Crash Out. Thank you guys so much for the support, and I'll see you on the next episode.
Yeah, that's just kind of a nothing burger. Like, I don't really know what else to say. Like, Hasan is not good to his dog. He's bad to his dog. Yeah, but like, again, there's not much we can do about it, so I just don't really I'm not really sure the kind of energy we're supposed to give to it, so I'm kind of just like not really too worked up about it at this point. I'm kind of just like, yeah, maybe I'm just like empathy fatigued from all the stupid Hasan drama at this point.